Hey guys, welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're going to be talking about if the Sixers can win it all this year. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you get updates for every video. A strong start and an impressive run of form without star big man Joel Embiid has Sixer fans feeling optimistic about the future of the franchise. I didn't think we're going to be this good, journalism major Xander Weinstein said, especially after how last season ended. We were humiliated in the first round and were left looking for a new head coach. This embodies how fans were feeling last August. The bubble was not particularly kind to the Sixers, to say the least. After losing Ben Simmons via knee injury, the Sixers were swept 4-0 by the Celtics in the first round. Head coach Brett Brown was promptly fired afterwards, and the potential replacements at the time were not intriguing. The Sixers were embarrassed, banged up and financially tied up. Any improvements they wanted to make on the court and on the books were almost impossible. Luckily for Philadelphia, lightning struck twice when Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers came to town. If you had told me that after we got swept by Boston that we would end up with Daryl Morey as our GM and Doc Rivers as our head coach, I would have told you that quarantining had gotten to your head, said business major John DeVeronica. Both moves were equally as surprising, as Morey had recently claimed he was taking time off for personal reasons after stepping down as general manager for the Houston Rockets. Morey was responsible for the plethora of blockbuster trades the Rockets made throughout the 2010s that brought in players such as James Harden, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook, all future Hall of Famers. Rivers, on the other hand, was fired as the head coach of the LA Clippers just one season after they signed Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Although he never reached the NBA Finals as the coach for the Clippers, he helped lead their team to most successful seasons in franchise history. And prior to that coach, the NBA championship winning Boston Celtics in 2007. Both of these moves erased any doubt that the process was going to fail, and it didn't take long for them to make an impact on the Sixers franchise. Morey made two moves on the night of the 2020 NBA draft that it changed the complexion of the team. First, he traded Al Horford, who is maybe on the worst contract in the history of the NBA, to the Oklahoma City Thunder for three-time NBA champion and veteran 3 and D wing Danny Green. On top of that, he traded starting guard Josh Richardson to the Mavericks for sharpshooter Seth Curry. He also went on to sign future Hall of Fame big man Dwight Howard in free agency, who is fresh off of winning an NBA championship with Danny Green and the Los Angeles Lakers. Throw these two additions in with Tobias Harris, who was coached by Rivers before being traded to Philly, as well as Simmons, Embiid, and a handful of young players in the second unit. Sixers fans were excited to see what this team could do. Right from the opening tip, this team did not disappoint. Led by Embiid, the Sixers won 7 of their 8 regular season games and immediately established themselves as the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. They've taken some losses here and there. Every team does at one point or another. But the important thing is that they've stayed atop the conference for almost the entire season. They've also won key games against other contenders such as Los Angeles Lakers and the Utah Jazz. Throughout the past few seasons, the Sixers' success was predicted upon due to the young duo of Embiid and Simmons. Under Rivers, we're seeing more guys contribute on both sides of the ball. Harris has taken the next step towards becoming an all-star. Seth Curry and Danny Green have made clutch shots when the Sixers have needed them the most. What might end up being the most important for this team's future, however, is seeing our young studs like Matty S. Thybulle, Shake Milton, and Furkan Korkmaz make noticeable improvements on both offense and defense. Thybulle especially has shown a growth in confidence lately, and his shooting numbers after the All-Star break speak to it. Something else to keep an eye on is the fact that he is a top 10 in the league in steals despite playing half as many minutes as everyone else above him. If he can develop a consistent offensive arsenal, watch out. As long as he continues to improve and continues to get more minutes, he has Kawhi Leonard level potential. This team has been tough to beat in the regular season, and it is hard to imagine it becoming any easier to beat this team 4 times in a 7-game series. If the Sixers can stay healthy, they absolutely can win it all. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a video in the future.